Let's try taking ourselves back to the past, 40 years ago at the year 1969 to be exact, and meet with the folks of the hippie movement. We would then find ourselves within the prime of flower power and the peaceful youth of that time. As you all should know, these folks participated in many large demonstrations, and the separation from society was on such a large scale that it's hard to even picture it. Where we are now today, we shall look beyond the image of the most demonized person of our age. Let's shed some light on that fright and have a closer look at the man that supposedly ended the 60s. Charles Manson, the most feared. Half a century has passed and the man are still remembered. The king of crime, as he's been portrayed by the media, have according to the evidence never been present during any of the murders that he's now entitled to. On the news, the DA's version of the story have been retold and sold frequently ever since it was made. Looking beyond the never-ending books, movies and judgments, have we, as a people, really learned anything about the man himself? Manson, in his own words, as one book is called, is actually written by Newell Evans, a former friend who on his own accord widely changed it, apart from the original, without Manson's approval. The heavily censored interview, called The Mind of Manson, which gives us a shrink that's telling us what to think, is a very good example of how little the world has really understood of his mind. If you choose to look at the TV thought for your answers, you'll only be able to obtain the side of the prosecutor, the Helter Skelter theory. But in underneath the surface there have always thrived an underground version. Although this version is very possible, the mainstream will still stay on its distance. This documentary was created independently with no profit whatsoever. Instead of selling the blood of the murders, we're taking another approach. Another side of the story have remained untold to the masses, even up until this day, because their minds have already been set. We have no intention to change any view, but rather expand it and let you decide for yourself. If you're incapable of doing that, I ask you not to watch this. It was not made for you. What you're about to see is the missing piece, and if you can watch it entirely, you'll find the answer.